Howdy folks, welcome aboard the channel if you're new here. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I do non-pop country reactions here on the channel. Occasionally a review, but a lot of the songs I've not heard before. Johnny Cash's Out Among the Stars. I don't think I know this one, and it's a gift request of the one and only MontaukEd. So Ed, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for this gift and request. And let's see what Johnny has for us. Johnny's got one of those indistinguishable voices. Johnny's got one of those unique voices that you just know it when you hear it. You're like, that's Johnny. All right, here we go. Signature bass.
It's midnight at a liquor store in Texas. Closing time, another day is done. When a boy walks in the door and points a pistol, he can't find a job, but Lord, he's found a gun. He pulls it off with no trace of confrontation. Then he lets the old man run out in the street, even though he knows they'll come with guns a-blazing. Already he can feel a great relief. Oh, how many travelers get weary, bearing both their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? He pictured the arrival of the cruisers, sees that old familiar anger in their eyes. He knows that when they're shooting at this loser, they'll be aiming at the demons in their lives.
Did Johnny ever perform this in San Quentin or Folsom? That'd be fascinating if you did this one there.
Oh, how many travelers get weary.
Some of the inmates would cry hearing this.
Their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? The evening news carries all the details. He dies in every living room in town, and in his own a bottle is thrown in anger, and his father cries, we'll never live this down. Oh, how many travelers get weary, bearing both their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? And fly like eagles out among the stars.
I love some of the lines in the perspective. Don't you think you'd love to start over? Yeah, but in the beginning, the preface, I mean, he really delved into the psyche of this guy doing it. And the guy didn't do harm. He let the guy go out, and the owner run out. He did no confrontation. And it was like he just resigned himself. Life, it wasn't going anywhere. Maybe he had no opportunity, but he was able to get a gun. And it wasn't so much that he'd like to start over. The most sort of impactful takeaway I got from this is that he knew the people would be coming for them. And he did this anyway because he was basically done. That's the penetrating part of the psyche that he had. And I've marveled this too about, when people get old, I guess sometimes they get too weak to do anything, but this world beats people down, and sometimes people are just unnecessarily mean or unkind to others. I mean, the classical bully, but yeah, we get older, maybe a boss is a complete jackass, or a neighbor just did us wrong, really wrong in some way. I don't know. Come up with an infinite number of examples. But why people just don't lose their minds more often than they do. And in this one, you know, the guys came with guns ablazing and they were shooting the demons in their lives. I think it's sort of like we all had, I think part of what Johnny was saying here too is like we've all got things going on within us that aren't right. Obviously, there's a social order to things, and we have it set that you can't rob anybody. You know, it's just you can't steal. There's certain laws that govern how we behave. And lions and hyenas and all them, and sharks, they don't have those laws. It's a very simple law: eat or be eaten. And if you're an apex predator in the ocean, I guess those are the orcas. On land, it's man, but then after that in the animal kingdom, I suppose it would probably be the lions because they cooperate with each other. Though you'd never want to come face to face with a tiger or a bear. But lions travel in packs, I guess. What do they call them? Not a den. A pride. That's what they call them. A pride of lions. It's funny. They all have different words for them. You've got a flock of birds and whatnot. But in this song, the guy knew what was coming, but he did it anyway. He just got tired at a very young age, it seemed, because we got reference to his father in his own living room threw a bottle and said, we'll never live this down. So clearly they have many more years in their lives to live. So we got some insight into the age of the parents in this one. So this was a young guy, 20-ish is what I pegged him as. And he was already done with life. He was already resigned to, you know, I can't even do it over. I'm 20. Too young to be given up, but who knows his circumstances. But when you rob somebody at gunpoint, there's not going to be a whole lot of mercy. And I understand it. You can feel bad for somebody, but still not feel bad for what they did, what has been dealt to them. Yeah, so Ed, of course it was you, Ed. Got me going right away on the psyche of this person. I love the way Johnny sang it. Classic Johnny bass line in this thing. Classic Johnny talk story thing. And the number on this that popped into my head was a 9.2. And it was on the storyline, but really just that sliver of going inside this guy's psyche and then expounding upon it to where the guy's dead. But he had already resigned himself to that fate. So he kind of orchestrated it. All right, guys. Woo! I hope you enjoyed that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Even though he knows they'll come with guns a-blazing, already he can feel a great relief.